Well, it feels like I'm living a nightmare. Literally, like, it's hard to wrap your head around feeling like you have something that's become chronic, essentially. I mean, it's been 192 days. So over 6 months of crazy symptoms with something that nobody has answers for, why or how to fix it.
Clay Shiflet is a PE and wellness teacher at Aspen Middle School. He got COVID-19 back in March 2020. When we first spoke to him 6 months later in September, he wasn't doing well.
Just pretty constant at this point as far as why am I feeling this way. Still fatigue, headache, sleeplessness. I've got tinnitus in my ears now. My arms are all blown up as far as like pain in just swelling in my forearms. Breathlessness when I go and exercise. Breathlessness at night when I sleep.
But that's not even the scariest part.
Starts to feel like heart attack. Feels like I'm having pain radiating in my arm. Full, like all classic, oh, you feel, throbbing, numbness, pain down your arm. And it's like, as well as chest pain that comes on like an explosive stabbing pain.
Clay is one of many in the Roaring Fork Valley and across the nation with so-called long-haul symptoms caused by COVID-19. The virus continues to plague him on a daily basis.
I used to run up Tyack. I used to bike up Tyack. I could do that fast. I could do that if I had, say, a lunch break. I could get up and back in less than an hour and instead of eating lunch.
But that was before COVID changed his life.
I tried to hike up it a couple of weeks ago, but it set me back massively, and my legs were twitching when I got back, and I've never had that before. It's just crazy.
We checked back with Clay 6 months later in early March, on the year anniversary of his original illness, in fact. And while he says he skinned up the mountain the week before, he remains solidly in the grip of the virus a year later.
I'm still experiencing the weird chest pains, like heart pains, breathlessness, sleeplessness, cramping, fatigue. So I don't know. It's all of that weighs on me mentally, physically. I take it easy. I know with my family, like I'm definitely not myself. I don't wrestle around with my kids like I used to maybe, or get as active. I'm worn out. That's all tough.
Clay, however, is far from alone. A preliminary study of people who tested positive for COVID-19 in the Roaring Fork Valley between March and August last year found that between 50 and 60% had at least one lingering symptom, while 20 to 25% had 5 or more.
Yeah, I don't feel like the same person most of the time. Last week was a glimpse of like, oh, I'm like doing what I used to do. This is sweet. And I'm feeling good. I'm like, but then the heart thing kicked in and it's like, whoa, that's scary. And I guess I'm not back and I'm not quite there or whatever. So it's such a weird roller coaster, mind game for sure.
While doctors don't have a lot of answers yet, Aspen Valley Hospital and Valley View Hospital are setting up clinics to help treat local residents like Clay with lingering COVID-19 symptoms.